Okay, so what we have today is my flower outside that is in the process of opening. We have a shout out to all of you in Grays Harbor Title Company, Grays Harbor, where I used to hang out 3-4 months of the year. And we have light being. So I'll read just a little bit about light beings. This is very interesting. It says, humankind will understand and accept that we are not corporal beings, but light beings embodied or vibrating at an exceptionally low frequency. So we are light beings. I'm not going to read the whole paragraph, but I want you to look into light beings versus corporal beings. Okay, so that's that assignment. That's that shout out. And my second sunflower is going to be popping open. Okay, so Miss Mystic. Whoops, it doesn't matter. You can't see it right way anyway. Miss Mystic, Queen of Swords. Yesterday, Tasha from Tasha's Divine Guidance, we're going to use her cards today, had Queen of Swords energy in I think every one of her videos. And she puts out about 4 a day. We've got the Queen of Swords as a leader of truth. Okay, she's a leader of truth. She's unbiased in decision making. She's an excellent communicator. She's wise, she's logical, she's honest, male or female. Integrity is a big thing. Counselor. Bold, blunt, and truthful. Okay? And Queen of Swords energy is happening right now. Big time. All the truth is coming out, and it's kind of like you're not settling for lies, and you're not settling for any of the BS. None of it. You're not having it. Okay? We've got player energy on the bottom of the deck. You're not having any of it. It doesn't matter what they do or say, you're only going for the highest, male or female. Okay, and then we're going to shuffle these. And what I wanted to tell you is that the energy is to not go, not settle for anything less. Okay, I know I just said that, but I really want to get that across to you. If it's not the truth and it's not of the highest, don't settle. Don't do it. Right now is not the time to be banging in the parking lot, partying with any kind of addictions, any kind of substances. And I know some of you are. I know some of you are very active in sex, drugs, and rock and roll. Well, it's okay, but you're not going to be on the highest timeline where I'm going. And if that's okay with you, then that's okay with you. It's all right. I still love you. Okay, it says signs, synchronicity, triple numbers, and nature. So that's the overall energy, to be watching for the signs, staying in the truth, grounding in nature. Okay, and underneath that is, that will lead to success, abundance, and stability. Okay, now, if you're not going to do that, don't pay attention to the signs. Don't pay attention to the energy read every day. Don't pay attention to your highest timeline. sex, drugs, and rock and roll is your motto. Well, that's fine, but you're not going to have the success, the abundance, and the stability of the highest timeline. Now, again, I repeated myself. So this card says synchronicities, triple numbers. So I'll probably have to say it one more time because it says triple. Okay, we'll see what the cards have to say. Okay, earth signs, Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn, and prison, physical, and spiritual. So basically what I just said, if you're going to stay earthly, because I don't do astrology, if you're going to stay earthly, then you're going to keep yourself into that spiritual prison. So there's the third time that I had to say it. If you're going to stay with sex, drugs, and rock and roll, then you're going to stay in your physical, spiritual prison. If you're not going to settle for anything but the truth, and you're going to go to your highest timeline, then you will have success, abundance, and stability. Now, let's say you just got rid of sex and drugs last week. That's fine. You're at least trying, and the universe knows that. Okay, let's say that you still like rock and roll. Well, that's okay. I do too. Rock and roll is okay. All right. So we're going to go ahead and use my favorite deck and see what the cards have to say. Now, what we're going to do here is we're going to totally forget everything I just said. Here's a card from another deck. It's the Nine of Swords. So this was in here by accident. We're going to forget about what I just said about the energy being the Queen of Swords and that you need to only settle for the best and highest timeline. And we're going to go right into the reading. A different reading. Okay, this was in the Mage Tarot deck. The Nine of Swords. You have your hands in your face in your hands, and all the birds above you are trying to help you. But you're not seeing the synchronicities. You're not seeing the triple numbers. You see a triple number and you don't even bother to Google it because you don't care. It don't matter to you. Okay? Well, that kind of attitude is what's keeping you in the Nine of Swords. And that's why this was stuck in a different deck, because it wanted to come out today and show you that you don't have to be like that, but you do have to get rid of some things. So this is kind of just going from yesterday's video. I tell you always to watch the video prior to, because it's the same energy. It's just more of an extension. Okay, my readings are timeless. So if you watched my oldest video, you're still going to get the message you need to hear today. If you don't understand that concept, you might want to check into that because the energy is timeless. But when I do my videos, I always like you to have fresh in your mind the day before's videos because the energy is still circling. It's like one continuation, but it's a vortex. You know, time doesn't go linear. It goes vortex. Okay, we're going to stop right here, they said. Yep, we've got the 10 of Wands. Okay, the 10 of Wands in reverse. So somebody is getting unburdened. Somebody is breaking free from that physical, spiritual prison because it's in reverse. So that's good. That's what they wanted me to tell you, is that they do see that. Look at that. They are celebrating that. The universe is saying that you guys are doing it. You guys are doing it. The handful of you that are not doing it, you see how that silence was there? The handful of you that are not doing it, you're either going to do it like really pronto, or you're going to go off to the other timeline, because it's like not playing around anymore. It's kind of like you know, enough is enough. You've had enough warnings. Um, you've had enough information given to you that it's time to choose. Okay, but most of you are doing it. Okay, so there's the celebration energy, and that's good. A 10 of wands upside down with the 3 of cups upside down with, great, the 9 of wands is upside down too. Okay, so I'm taking that as a positive, even though this way it's my victory card where the Indian has the wolf on the stick. I'm still taking it as a victory in progress. That's what you are. You haven't, maybe you're on your way to rehab. Maybe you're on your last pack of cigarettes, or maybe you had your last bang in the parking lot last weekend. You know, maybe you're on your way out of the old behaviors. And for those of you that have been celibate for a while, have been in recovery for a while, you guys are on the verge of getting your mission partner and your next mission that is equal give and take. And we've been talking about that lately. You're on your way to getting it because you're already balanced out. So you see the different levels. Some people are just starting, some are in the middle, and some have already been there, done that, and are just waiting for their walking papers, working papers, whatever papers they are. And last night in Astro, I was very, very busy getting everybody their last details. Okay, so like you come up to me and you're like, okay, I got my walk-in papers, I got my next assignment, but I need more of this. And I would get it for you. So it was like, it's like a waitress kind of a feeling when I wake up. It's more like a waitress feeling because I've been a waitress most of my lives, you know, of some sort. And so it's that kind of feeling of, okay, what do you need? I'll get it. What do you need? I'll get it. Okay. Now we've got the Ace of Questing, which is the Ace of Wands. So we've got the 9 of Wands, the 10 of Wands, and the Ace of Wands, and they're all in reverse. Okay. So I want to go ahead and do a little, I want to look something up here. Okay. Ace of Wands, nine of Wands, 10 of Wands. Okay, so we've got the 9 of Wands in reverse. The need to open up and trust people. Holding on to old stories. The need to let go of old battles. The need, see? The need to follow through and to finish what you started. Trapped by your own boundaries. Giving up feeling. Okay, so that was the 9 of Wands that I said you're on your way to victory because you figured out that you need to just give up the old and go towards the new. Okay, the 10 of Wands says in reverse is divided attentions, clinging to responsibilities, difficulties asking for help, the oppression of matridome, letting go of somebody else's expectations of you, and a need to stand up for yourself. And that's the feeling I got, was you broke out of that physical, spiritual prison, and you're standing up for yourself. Okay, and then I want to read the Ace of Q, upside down though. Okay, so that says feeling uninspired. Okay, now the ace is upside down, so it's a no. It's my no card. And I have the Queen of Swords here too, and she's upside down. So remember when I said the Queen of Swords was a leader of the truth, right? Excellent communicator, bold, blunt, truthful. Something's going on where you're not seeking the truth and you've been in a lie. You haven't been bold and blunt, but now you're getting there. Okay? It says the mind needing rest, unfocused energy resulting in burnout, a time to bolster your faith in yourself. And that's what I'm getting with the Ace of Q upside down is, again, it's time for you to bust out of that prison. It's time for you to realize the truth, come out and stand up for yourself. You be the Queen of Swords instead of letting them control you. So that's great. And a lot of you are doing it. Remember this card, this Nine of Swords that was in the deck by accident. This is a Light Seer card, and it was in the Mage Tarot deck, okay? So what it's saying is you don't have to stay that way. The birds are there to help. Everybody's here to help. You just have to live in the solution of it. What's the solution of it? It was 1555 when I said that, and that means change. Fives are change. Okay, so we're going to take a few from the top, and we had the Queen of Swords in reverse. So get truthful with yourself. Get truthful with yourself. And then you have to have strength to do this. It's not something easy, but there's a favorable outcome. That's the happiest card I can pull from the deck. So if you have strength to slay your demons, there's a very favorable outcome. Okay? And I do want to say hi to Harlow and Robert and Yoto. Now I want to shuffle these a little bit more, and I want to get some final advice for you guys, because a lot of you are doing it. This card wants to come out. The Moon in reverse. So you're breaking free from the illusions. You're finding out the truth, and you're breaking free from the illusions. That's awesome. And if you're not, then do it. And if you are, then stay doing it. Okay? We've got the Hierophant in reverse. So it's just telling me that you're not where you want to be, but you're headed towards it. The Hierophant in the upright is all four kings, all four queens. You've done all that you need to do. You're on the right path. You're on the highest timeline. In reverse, it's just telling me, like I said before, it totally fits all of what I said before. You're on the right path, but you have higher timeline to go, okay? You have more karmic lessons to go through. Not everybody. Some of you are the Hierophant upright. You've been through the four queens and kings assignments. Most of you that are watching have not completed it yet. That's all. Okay, let's take a few from Tasha's, because that's just, the Hierophant in reverse just backed up everything I said. Okay, let's finish her up with, the reason you're being stuck is because you have childhood unhealed trauma. And if Susan's listening, she knows exactly what I'm talking about. We have cell memory, and we have to deal with our cell memory because we have been a lot of childhood trauma, and not just this life. So you have unhealed childhood trauma, and that's what's keeping you in your addictions. And your past loved ones are trying to help you while you sleep. So again, if Susan's listening, we talk all the time about her her husband that passed away 3 years ago, same as mine, and he helps her. Well, past loved ones are helping everybody while they sleep to deal with this childhood trauma that's unhealed. So let them. That's great. And then we have victory will be yours. So that's the final outcome. The Sun card was the final outcome in this deck with the Hierophant, right? So that's just saying a favorable outcome. The Sun is the happiest card I can pull from the deck. And this victory will be yours. So you guys are doing awesome. Stay on track. Thank you for listening. I am Miss Mystic.